Signori, il mezzo che vedete non è il futuro nella guerra, perché è qui e lo è adesso. A ogni ora del giorno e della notte ce ne sono a dozzine come questo nei cieli dove noi operiamo. Crederanno sia una nuova specie di uccelli. Comunque, spero sappiate tutti che non decollano da Las Vegas, ma non dovrei darlo per scontato. Nel mio frigo c'è del cibo più vecchio di voi. Tutti i decolli e gli atterraggi avvengono da qualsiasi luogo dimenticato da Dio e con cui noi siamo in guerra. Questi aggeggi sanno solo decollare e atterrare, quindi quando sono in aria subentriamo noi. Quei distinti signori vi spiegheranno chiaramente e dettagliatamente come fare. Però prima che lo facciano vorrei dire due cose su questo programma. Riceviamo critiche da chiunque. Non dicono altro che stronzate su di noi. E ho letto anche tutti i vari adesivi. L'aeronautica fa la guerra da seduta, gioca con la Wii tutto il giorno. Ma straparlano e basta, perché l'aeronautica americana punta più sui droni che sui jet. Scusate, aeromobile, pilotaggio remoto, chiamateli come volete. I droni non si estingueranno. E ormai sono ovunque.
Drones that were flying over New Jersey in large numbers were authorized to be flown by the FAA for research and various other reasons. This was not the enemy.
That, of course, the new White House press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, making her debut today in the briefing room with an update on those mysterious drone sightings. The drones took the country by storm almost 3 months ago. Witnesses across the East Coast describing the objects, in some cases, to be roughly the size of vehicles. The FAA enforced no-fly zones at one point. State and local officials raised national security concerns over the drones because they were even seen flying over military bases, one of President Trump's golf courses as well. Those folks expressed their frustrations right here on the Hill.
We ought to be able to trace them. And, you know, our FBI and all the others are just with their head in the sand.
All they did was tell us they don't know anything that's going on. They're not sure what's going on.
This needs engagement from the federal level. And I think that President Biden and the Biden administration are overdue to show leadership here.
Joining me now, you just saw right there, the New Jersey Assemblyman Michael Anganamort, outspoken at the time on the drone sightings, once again with us live here on the Hill. Thanks for being back with us. Nice to see you again. Were you satisfied with the answer today?
That's a great question, Blake. I'm getting to satisfied. I would say for now, I am grateful and relieved. I'm grateful that this new administration is engaging on the issue, giving us certainly more specificity than we got from the prior administration, and relieved that the last sentence out of the new press secretary was that these are not the enemy. That's the part I'm relieved about. And that was at the core of what we were asking of the prior administration last year.
Quote, and various other reasons. Mike, that's a pretty big hole there. That's a pretty big gap, what these various other reasons would be, along with, you know, the FAA green-lighting this. You think those various other reasons is the military?
I'd love to know. You're asking a fair question, but as I said, this is a heck of an improvement over what we were hearing in December and even the beginning part of January.
No, I hear you there, but I also see the R next to your name, Mike. So I know you support the current administration. I also know you want the answers, but that is a pretty big hole there, is it not?
It is. That's why I didn't say I was satisfied, but I'm relieved and grateful that we're getting there. I think that this statement today was a good first step. We want more than what we got today, but what we got today was more than what we got prior. So no, I'm not looking to pit administration against administration, but I appreciate hearing that this was specifically authorized by the FAA. We did not know that up until today. I call that progress. I call that a good first step, but you're absolutely right, Blake. We want more.
What do you think you need to still learn, and have you or any of your colleagues there in New Jersey been in touch with the Trump administration or plan to be in touch with the Trump administration on this?
Well, I know to the governor's credit, he has. And to your earlier question, I mean, there's an example of a gentleman with a D next to his name working with a president with an R next to his name. Right. And I give them both credit for opening up the lines of communication on this. As I said, we do want more information. We're not asking for anything classified, and we weren't last year. What I said last year was if this is a military exercise or an FAA exercise with a national security imperative, I think most of my constituents, myself included, would have been happy to hear that at the time. We could have avoided a lot of the fear and anxiety that ensued. And that is, as I said, the first step of what we got today.
Mike and Ganamort, I got a feeling this is not the end of this story. He is an assemblyman there in the state of New Jersey. With us once again. Nice to see you as always. Thanks for being with us tonight.
It is a story that we covered and pondered on for weeks. The mysterious drones seen in the skies of New Jersey. Tonight, we have some answers. President Trump says that they were part of the FAA's research project. And is this mystery really solved? Let's take a look now with Nick Calloway. He has reaction from people in New Jersey who saw the drones.
It's hovering. It's sitting right there.
Those tiny darting lights in the sky had residents up and down New Jersey captivated, even a little alarmed.
We had no idea. We were just kind of glued to the window watching every night.
Andrea Smith and countless other New Jerseyans reported seeing large numbers of apparent drones starting in November, some near military installations and airports.
Kind of jumping around a little bit and hovering.
By December, paranoia set in for many. Online, theories ranged from foreign interference to secret military action to UFOs. On Tuesday, the new White House press secretary weighed in with a statement from President Trump.
An update on the New Jersey drones. After research and study, the drones that were flying over New Jersey in large numbers were authorized to be flown by the FAA for research and various other reasons.
The White House added that many of the drone sightings were simply hobbyists.
In time, it got worse due to curiosity. This was not the enemy.
Officials did not disclose exactly what kind of research the drones might have been used for. New Jersey Congressman Josh Gottheimer, a Democrat, says that just adds another level of confusion.
Said those drones were literally for research and study and other reasons. I'd like to know what research and study and what other reasons we're talking about. Why are they flying these drones over Jersey?
Gottheimer says he's writing to the FAA for more information. Nick Calloway, CBS News, New York.
This briefing touched on a lot of news, not only that news in the last 24 hours, but also going back a bit to those numerous drones that were spotted over New Jersey over the course of the several months last year. Let's take a listen.
After research and study, the drones that were flying over New Jersey in large numbers were authorized to be flown by the FAA for research and various other reasons. Many of these drones were also hobbyists, recreational and private individuals that enjoy flying drones. In time, it got worse due to curiosity. This was not the enemy.
Any insight on why the White House chose this as a topic for discussion at this first briefing?
Yeah, I found that interesting too, Zach, because of course this was such a big topic of discussion, around a month ago. And it was actually the Biden administration who repeatedly had said, this is not the enemy. We feel confident. We're looking into this, but we feel confident that this is not a nefarious or foreign actor. Now the Trump administration is saying that the same thing, but it was President Trump who, during the transition, was saying that there's more to this. Let's look into this. So I think they're trying to close the circle on this, but it was interesting that a lot of it was kind of repeating what we had heard when the Biden administration was in place about those drones. They were kind of just sharpening that point that we were told, but it still was a lot of curiosity among Americans, especially those in New Jersey, as they were seeing those drones about a month ago.